and contributed to a team record of 23 wins and 2 losses. As a varsity track member, Paul was a 2-year letterman. Paul set a school record in the discus throw, which was instrumental in the Cape Central track team being conference champions, district champions, and finishing 4th in the Missouri State track meet. Paul was also selected as the track team's co-captain. At the conclusion of his senior year at Cape Central, Paul was selected to receive the most outstanding award a male athlete could receive at Cape Central, the Coach Lou Mackey Award. Upon being graduated from Cape Central, Paul attended Southeast Missouri State University and competed in football and track. In football, Paul was a varsity starter for 3 years, was selected MIAA Conference Honorable Mention, team co-captain, and received the Wayne Goddard Award. As a track athlete, Paul was a 4-year letterman and set the school record in the discus throw and was conference champion in the discus for 3 years and was also selected as SEMO's team's co-captain. Paul has retired after working many years for Delta Companies and is now pleased to be a resident of Cape Jordan, Missouri. I now invite Mr. Upstein to come up who has some comments.
Thank you, Dr. Cowell. Paul is not aware of what is going to take place at the present time, but you've all been privy to his athletic prowess and the reputation that he earned as an athlete at Cape Central and at SEMO. Some other things that I would like to bring to your attention that tells you what kind of a character and man this is standing next to me. Now, I'm not going to get as emotional as Coach Kitchen, but these things are dear to my heart. Paul graduated from SEMO. He went into the Marine Corps, Platoon Leaders Course at SEMO, was commissioned, and was with the Marines from 1967 through 1970. 68 through 69, Paul was deployed in South Vietnam, where he was a platoon leader for a bunch of Marines, which means that he had the responsibility for care, comfort, training, and the lives of 30 to 40 young men under his command. By virtue of that, Paul was very, very successful, promoted to captain later on in his career. He comes to us today as a humble man with Vietnam service ribbons, Vietnam Campaign Medal, Purple Heart awarded for wounds received during combat, the Navy Cross Medal, and the Bronze Star, which is the 4th highest award issued by this country for valor. So to my left, ladies and gentlemen, you have a true hero, Central High School, Paul Paul.
Terry, I can stand here and speak as long as I like to. As long as it was no more than 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to try to stick pretty close to that. And thank you so much for putting me behind you as a speaker. Lawyers. Sits Barbara tonight. Look, you know, about every day or two, my daughter is one of Denver, one of St. Louis call me and they say, what are you doing, Dad? What'd you do today? And I always tell them, well, it's Groundhog Day. I did the same thing I do every day. Well, the next time they call, I won't be able to say that. I'll be able to tell them about 2 terrific days. It was a terrific night last Central High School. The high school has been around for 100 years, but it's also our 50th class reunion. That's right. Be around you, yes. I've got some classmates here. 61, 62 is the 50-year anniversary, was the 50-year anniversary of Central. And we've got some people here who've been hollering about it. But what I wanted to say was there's a strange time thing, and that last night, exactly 50 years ago last night, we played our 4th game of the year and won our 4th game of the year against Crothersville. We went down to Crothersville and beat those guys on their own turf. We made some history down there. There were some crazy things going on. Which means that exactly 50 years ago, right now, I was in Howard Swan's drinking a tab and listening to some boosters tell me how we could have done it better. Well, you know, nobody can be up here on their own. There are, and I was reminded of it last night and today, of all the people that make you better than you are and make your team better than it was. And this room is full of people like that. Excuse me. And last night I saw a lot of people that helped me along the way. Incidentally, as I was leaving last night and walking along the front of the stands there, I looked up and there was Coach Hager. I know there he is right there. He had a little bit of a scowl in his face. And as I got closer, he said, and so I went over and he said, should you be in class? He didn't really say that, but I can remember what he would have said, right? You know, in 1958, I was in my 2nd year at Central along with Jane Walker. And Jane was starting to say Tom, right? She taught history, yeah, and I was in her class. She always referred to us as troops. And she was one of those people that is most supportive.